Good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope all of you are fit and fine. In our previous class, we were reading the play which was written by J.B. Priestley, and the name of the play is Mother's Day. In our previous class, we have seen how Mrs. Fizzle and how Mrs. Any patient with the new personality, how they are behaving, and why Mrs. Fizzle was worried that if their personality will be not be changed, then what will be happen. Then Mrs. Annie Pearson said that don't worry, the day when you will be required, the day when you are thinking that our personality should be changed, on the same day, on the same moment only, we will change our personality. Don't get worried. Now Mrs. Fizzle said that, well, do it now. Now Mrs. Fizzle said, as you have said that Mrs. Annie Pearson, that whenever you will be in requirement, whenever you will be desiring that our personality should be changed, we will change our personality, then change it right now. Means you know how to change our personality, so right now only you change the personality. Then see what Mrs. Pearson said. Mrs. Pearson said that not likely, not now. Just few minutes ago we have changed our personality, and right now you want to change our personality. Not now. After few days we will change our personalities. I have got to deal with your family. Now Mrs. Pearson said that not likely right now, not now. I am going to change our personality because I have to teach a good lesson to your family. That's why right now I will not change our personality. That's the idea. This is the idea, that we will not change our personality. Isn't it? Isn't it? Means you have understood or not that right now we will not change our personality. Didn't know how to begin with them. You said in our previous lectures 2-3 days ago, we have discussed that Mrs. and Mrs. Pearson, original Mrs. Annie Pearson, had said that she don't know how to begin, how to start in the sense that how to start a teaching lesson in the sense that how to tackle their family members. She was not able to think that how she should start. That's why she said that. That's why Mrs. Pearson with the new personality had said that earlier you have said that you don't know how to start. Right now I will tell you how we have to start, how we have to teach them a good lesson. Didn't know how to begin. Means you don't know how to start, how to begin. You have said earlier, well, I will show you. And you have said that you don't know how to start. But now I will show you how to start. Mrs. Fizzle, but what am I going to do? Now Mrs. Fizzle said that, but right now, what am I going to do? What I am going to do right now? Mrs. Pearson, go into my house for a bit. Now Mrs. Pearson said that you go into my house, there's nobody. Means now Mrs. Pearson said that you go to my house. In my house there was no one. There's nobody. Then pop back. Pop back means then Mrs. Pearson said that then pop back. Pop back means go somewhere for a short time. Now, Mrs. Pearson said to Mrs. Fizzle that you go back to my house, and in my house nobody is there. In my house there no one is there. And after that, pop back. Pop back means go somewhere for a short time. Means time pass your okay. Go somewhere. Pop back means to go somewhere and see how we are doing, and go back for a short time. Bob back means to go somewhere for a short time and see how we are doing, and see how we are doing. You ought to enjoy it, and you will enjoy all this thing. Better get off now before one of them comes. And now Mrs. Pearson said that get off means go away from here to your house, because right now there in the house there is no one, and we should move back to our house as soon as it is possible. Mrs. Fizzle nervously rising. Actually, both were sitting across the table. That's why she was standing nervously. Yes, I suppose that's the best. Now Mr. Fizzle said that what you're saying, it is good. Yes, I suppose that we should change. We should go back to our house. You were sure it will be alright? No, Mrs. Fizzle still in the state of nervous. She said that what we are doing, it is good. I suppose that's the best. Mrs. Pearson chuckling. Mrs. Pearson was chuckling. Mrs. Pearson was chuckling. Chuckling means laughing. Mrs. Annie Pearson was chuckling, was laughing over the Mrs. Fizzle's condition. Mrs. Pearson chuckling. It will be wonderful. Mrs. Pearson said that it will be wonderful. Don't worry. Go back to my house. Now off you go, dear. Now go back. Now go back to my house. Mrs. Fizzle crosses and hurries out through the door right. Now Mrs. Fizzle in a hurry started moving through the door right, left to herself. Mrs. Pearson smokes away, because we have seen that personality has been changed, but habit cannot be changed. That's why Mrs. Annie Pearson with the new personality had started smoking the cigarettes. Mrs. Pearson smokes away, lighting another cigarette one by one. She had started smoking the cigarettes. One by one, she had started smoking the cigarette. And begins laying out the cards for patience on the table. And while she was smoking, she begins laying the cards on the table. After a few moments, Doris Pearson. Who was Doris Pearson? In our previous class, we have said who was Doris Pearson. Anyone knows? Doris Pearson was the son. Doris Pearson was son or the daughter of Annie Pearson. Mrs. Annie Pearson, daughter name is Doris Pearson. Doris Pearson was the daughter. Doris Pearson was the daughter of Mrs. Annie Pearson. She came there. After 4 moments, Doris Pearson comes bursting in left. She is a pretty girl. She is a pretty girl in her early 20s who would be pleasant enough if she had not been spoiled. Means she was a nice girl in her 20s. Now Doris is going to deliver her speech. Doris, before she has taken anything in, Mom. Now Doris is going to call her mother. Mom, you will have to iron my yellow silk. You have to iron my yellow silk dress. I must wear it tonight. Means now Doris ordered her mother, Mrs. Annie Pearson, that you will have to iron my yellow silk dress because I have to wear it tonight. Because today in the night I have to wear this yellow silk dress. That's why please iron this yellow silk dress. She now sees what is happening and is astounded. Now she was astounded. Now Doris was astounded means shock, taken aback, astounded. She was very much surprised. Why she was surprised? Actually, she means Mrs. Annie Pearson was smoking and is astounded. Astounded is taken aback. Astounded. What are you doing? She moves down left center. Now she said, what are you doing? Mrs. Pearson now uses her ordinary voice. Now she had got the ordinary voice of Mrs. Annie Pearson. Now she said, but her manners is not flirting and apologetic but cool and incisive. Incisive means confused. Incisive means confused. Her behavior was incisive. Her behavior was in a confusing manner. Incisive means confused. Mrs. Here Doris was confused. Doris was incisive. Mrs. Pearson not even looking up, and Mrs. Pearson not even looking towards Doris. What she was saying? What did you think I am doing? Whitewashing the ceiling. Now Mrs. Pearson said that, what are you thinking? That I am whitewashing the ceiling. That I am whitewashing the ceiling. That I am white painting the ceilings. Doris was still astounded. Astounded means taken aback, a shock type, stunned, astounded. Now Doris was still astounded. But you are smoking. Now Doris was surprised that her mother is smoking. That's why she was astounded. She was surprised that you are smoking. Mrs. Pearson, that's right. Mrs. Pearson said that's right. Means what you are saying, it is right. That's right, dear. No law against it, is there? No. Mrs. Pearson said that yes, I am smoking, and I know that there is no law which is going to prohibit me from smoking. Doris, but I thought you didn't smoke. No, Doris, actually she was the daughter of Mrs. Annie Pearson, and every children is well aware, is well acquainted, well known about their guardian, about their parents and mother, what is their habit. That's why Doris was very much surprised, astounded that her mother is smoking. That's right, dear. No law against it, is there? Doris, but I thought you didn't smoke. Now Doris said that yes, I know that there is no law which is going to prohibit you from smoking, but you don't have this type of habit earlier. Mrs. Pearson, then you thought wrong. Then you are wrong that I didn't smoke. Doris, are we having tea in the kitchen? Because whenever Mrs. Annie Pearson children or their husband come back from outside, then they take the breakfast. That's why here Doris said that, are we having our tea in our kitchen? Because whenever they comes back from outside, her mother always prepared the tea for them. That's why Doris asked whether our tea is prepared in our kitchen or not. Mrs. Pearson, haven't it where you like, dear? Mrs. Pearson said, have it. Miss, take it where you like, dear. Doris angrily, that what my mother is saying. Do you mean it isn't ready? Now Doris said that, you mean to say that it isn't been prepared? Mrs. Pearson, yours isn't. Yours isn't means yours tea is not prepared, but the tea which I am taking, this tea I have prepared myself, and you have to prepare your tea by yourself. Mrs. Pearson, yours isn't. I have had all I want. I have what I want. I have taken it. But you might go out later and get a square meal at the Clarendon. Doris, hardly believing her ears, you might. Now, Doris was surprised that Mrs. Annie Pearson is saying that get a square meal from the calendar. Now Doris was surprised that her mother is saying that might you when you go outside get a square meal at the calendar. And when Doris heard this dialogue from Mrs. Annie Pearson, then she was hardly believing. Then she was hardly assuming that the speech, the dialogue which my mother had right now had said to me, that take a square meal from the calendar, it is correct. Mrs. Pearson, I might. You do. Who do you think? Mrs. Pearson said that yes, I might take it. And who are you to think all this thing? Doris staring at her. Now again staring means continuously looking towards any other person. Here Doris started continuously seeing towards her mother, staring at her. Mom, what's the matter with you? No, she asked that, Mom, what's the matter with you that your habit, your voice, you miss everything is changed? Everything is alright with you, Mom? Doris indignantly. Okay. Doris was indignantly means angrily. Indignantly. Doris was angry towards her mother that she is not behaving properly towards her. Doris was Doris was angry. Doris angrily, it's not me that's being silly, and I must say it's a bit much when I have been working hard all day and you can't even bother to get my tea ready. Now, Doris said had said this thing in angry mode. Doris said that I always go outside and do hard work, and when I come back, you should have been prepared a tea for me. Instead of that, you have not prepared all this thing. It is not good, Mom. Did you hear what I said about my yellow silk? And now Doris said that you have not prepared my tea. This thing is not good. But what I have said, you have heard that tonight I have to wear yellow silk dress, and for that purpose you have to iron my yellow silk dress right now. Mrs. Pearson, no, don't you like it now? I never did. Now she said that whatever you have said, I had not heard it, and I will never do it. Miss, I will not do it. Doris again indignantly. Doris was again in angrily mode. she said, "Of course I like it, and I am going to wear it tonight, so I want it ironed."